What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Filsinger Games Character Spotlight with Mike and Brock.
I'm Mike.
And I'm Brock. And we have two special guests here tonight who have recently created some bootleg characters. They've been making bootleg characters for a while, but they're here to talk about their newest ones. We have TK, Thomas Keene, and Hexstar, Billy
Hey,
Roberts.
hey.
Welcome in, guys. How you doing?
Good, tired.
TK's always tired. It's because he's
I'm
old.
always tired.
He is old.
Need that nap.
So we can we'll start off with Billy since he's a first timer here.
Oh, nice.
Now it was last year you introduced everybody to this guy, the Kokos Dragon.
Yep.
I don't know if I'm saying the name right.
That's how I say it, but I mean, I don't, English is my third language, so.
And the
I
artwork
have a
impressed
friend.
everyone.
Yeah, I have a friend who's a great artist. It's just he's really, really slow, and that took him like a year. So
it's really a beautiful piece of art, though.
yeah, he did amazing. Amazing. And I just gave him the two pictures of four. So I gave him the Demons of Hydra like the first time, and then when they became the ninjas. And I'm like, just kind of, do your own interpretation of it. I just wanted it to be kind of an anime, and I had to explain what that was, but then he just put it all together. Amazing.
And what kind of Animan is he?
I haven't really chosen. It looked.
He's a dung beetle.
It looks like he did it more like an insect. So
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You didn't do the classic, just slap an animal head on him, like.
No, he didn't, and that's what was cool because I showed him some anime stuff. I had him come over and explain the game to him and everything, but yeah, he did a really good job, and he also did Halcyon.
Okay, we'll jump over to show him off real quick.
Yeah, it's a very nice card, good card stock. The colors.
Mm-hmm. My camera's
I feel like
not doing
the second
it
ones were better.
The colors are much more vibrant than my camera is showing for some reason. Mike's looks better. Mike's camera's better.
Yeah, and I even looking at it, it's a character you could use and it would not dominate your fed, which is what I kind of
feel like I made Halcyon a little more overpowered than I should have, but I wanted him to be like a major tag team champion from WGX, so that was why I kind of did him a little higher than I think I normally would have created one.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, you got to get the tough guys out there too.
Yeah,
no.
Exactly.
Yeah, like if we swing over to Halcyon here, he's a solid guy. His finisher, it works on a 1 through 4. He does got the tags, so he's got 6 tags, which makes him pretty impressive and tough for the tags.
Yeah.
-4 power, 0 agility, which is solid.
Yeah.
And he's from Dimension X, which I thought was neat.
Yep. Yeah, I did too. Yeah, I loved the. I'm trying to forget the name right now, but whoever created the WGX sets, just I that was the coolest bootlegs to me, was those sets.
Who was that? I have them. I'll look that up while you guys are talking.
Yeah, I know it was Mark. Did some drawings for it, the rebooted one.
Mm-hmm.
But the name of who originally did is just escaping me right now.
And when you were coming up with your guys, and we can pop to you made a women's wrestler, Rarity.
Yep.
And she's from M13.
Yep. Prodigy's daughter.
And it's also, the artwork is neat. Yeah, she's driving the motorcycle. I think it's a motorcycle, I was guessing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a cosmic cycle. That's what TK calls it.
No, I call it a Vespa.
Cosmic Vespa.
There you go.
And she's got the perfect pin as well. And
the name we were thinking of was Kyle Dusenberry.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, I just thought he did such a cool job of bringing everything together, and the fact that there were the 3 different vectors and all of that. So yeah, I like a lot of the older stuff. So
very cool.
And I like it because with these 3, you could any one of them you could drop them into your fed with Halcyon. He's going to get you some some wins more than the others, but even he's not too overpowered.
No.
Yeah. Now I feel like he's upper mid card.
Yeah. And where'd you come up with their names? Like the Kolkios Dragon?
So oh well, that one all of them I did kind of trying to do synonyms of like the actual people they were kind of created off of. So obviously the demons of Hydra, and I just went through a bunch of Greek mythology until I saw a name that I liked.
Nice.
So that's where I came up with that one, and it just kind of fit in. And then with Rarity again, same thing. It's just another version of Prodigy. And then Halcyon, I was just trying to find something like kind of Nirvana-ish, you know? And so that was the name that kind of came up with. So but yeah.
That can remind me
Because
because with Halcyon, we do have another Halcyon. We have that
Oh.
Halcyon Oro.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. That's true. Yep.
It's spelled
Forgot
different
about
though.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's spelled a little different, but yeah.
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 Yeah, he's more of a luchador mask guy from what I remember, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then all your guys came with a card, which is a full description of them, of their.
Yep.
Brock has it right there.
Trying to remove the glare. There we go.
Yeah, just a bio card that I came up with, just kind of doing their stuff. But
I
yeah.
like this idea a lot because then you can just store it with the cards.
Yep.
Which is
And
awesome.
then and especially for bootleg. And I don't have any of the years of creating bootlegs like TK does. So he's got like a lot of back history. So it made sense for him to kind of put his PDF together of their history, but I didn't have a whole lot. So I just thought it would be cool to do the bio card. So at least that way people would know what it was at a glance.
It's a very good idea.
What made you want to start making some bootlegs?
I think it was because I mean, I've been playing since '87. I've been playing off and on. I was in the Marines for 6 years, and when I got back to the States, the bootleg at that point were really hot. It was the mid '90s, and it just seemed like every time you would get like a promoter prime or anything that came in the mail, there was all these cool bootlegs. And I had created some and mailed some in, but nothing ever really happened with them. And then I stopped playing again for a while and got back into it once online came on. And then I was on Discord, and TK actually was like coming to Denver. It's like, if anyone wants to meet up for lunch, and then we started talking about him. I'm like, I bet I could probably create some decent ones. So it was more TK giving me the rub than anything else.
Yeah, I always like because I love creating bootlegs, and I've out of the four of us, I've probably created the least amount. But when I do create them, I usually get a character idea first, and then I follow it up with the name and then the background. Do you work the same way?
Yeah, yeah. Except I won't say for Halcyon, because he had drew that for me just because he was like, hey, here's a guy that we could do for your wrestling card. He just drew that, and then I built around him. It was funny because so he and I were roommates, and back in the day, I liked the WWE, and he had put Big Daddy Cool on the in words on that particular for Halcyon, and I just thought that was a cheesy name. So I'm like, I'll remove that, and then I had to, come around of how to build him. But like the other two, basically, I came up with the name and then the idea of the character before the artwork was even remotely done.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Here's Mike's latest.
Nuclear chaos.
There he is. Just thought I'd show that off.
Then we can slide over
star.
to TK here. Claymore and Embargo.
Yeah.
You made your own version of the Bullet Club, calling it the Rocket Club.
Yeah. Yeah, with Johnny Rocket has his own little rocket club. And that's Mad Max's guitars in the back.
And that's how you and then Claymore here. He's I'm assuming a soldier.
He's a Marine.
Didn't want to offend the Marines here by calling them soldiers.
Claymore was actually one that I made quite a while ago. Born when I did bootlegs in the early 90s. But it's been uh, modernized and a better storyline than what it was. All his moves are named after phrases that are in the Marine Corps.
For the
So,
Corps up in the morning. Russian leg sweep is something you use in the
well,
Marine Corps.
yeah, well, most of them. Wise guy.
What a jerk.
He what a jerk.
Canada.
Yeah, he's somebody when I was and I do have plans to introduce him. I was going to introduce him along with Adam Blast and those guys, U.S. Patriot.
Cool.
He's going to be with them. Sam's going to bring him in.
Man, he's a heel.
Nice.
So he got up the Andromeda Extremes manager pretty good. Which if you read the booklet you would find out, Mike. Yeah.
He's healing your Fed.
Yeah.
See, that's the good thing with bootlegs is you can make them be whatever you want.
Yeah,
so if
true.
you want them to be something else, do what you want.
I do read them, but I'm just saying I already have plans.
Yeah. I think
that's a squishy.
Mm-hmm.
That's a squishy.
With wrestling stats.
With wrestling stats. Yeah.
I do have squishy on my phone. I haven't downloaded it yet.
Yeah, his finishers are Garvin Stomp. I figured that's about as much wrestling as he can do.
Hey, he tries.
He tries. Yeah.
If I'm correct, you were saying earlier, you guys have both sold out of all these.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Between people buying them and just what we gave away at the virtual con or the actual physical Galacticon, but yeah. Yep, completely. I printed out. I got a little extra because I had given out about 15 before we even got started going to Galacticon. I had about 15 people email me wanting them. And then I got some extra. It was about 60.
It's pretty good.
Printed out. Yeah, not bad.
Have to up it to 100 next time.
Ugh.
No, please. It costs like $600 already.
Yeah. I was surprised on how expensive it was.
Color printing is the worst.
Yeah.
I love the look of the color cards, but bootlegging was so much easier when they were black and white.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And it seemed like it was just a little bit shorter, so you could actually fit 4 to a page versus 2.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
And Brock has also created a few more bootlegs for his NDW Fed.
Yeah, I got a lot going on there. It's been a while. I have some stuff coming up. Some anniversary streams and stuff like that coming up. So they'll be coming out along with that. Warner is in the coloring phase for a few of them. So
nice.
Have that to look forward to, hopefully in November.
See, that's the thing too. The artist, just that cost a lot too.
Yeah.
Yeah, with embargo, I pretty much that was going to be my that was the FTR entry storyline wise.
Mm-hmm.
So it just all of it popped into place. At first, I knew I wanted her to be a twin sister of Riot Girl. So I got that, and I started thinking Right to Censure, and then it kind of changed from that. And yeah, if you read it, there's like 2.5 pages of where pretty much just her and Rocket just vents towards Riot Girl. So I kind of put, Riot Girl up a little bit, which off the record, I didn't really mean to do that because I was venting. So, but that's the way it came out. So, and yeah, actually, Rarity and Embargo actually are a tag team called Nepotism.
Yep.
So, very cool.
Yeah, they're everybody. All you guys have some good quality like card stock here. it's they're well put together. There's no real errors on them, and like I've seen some bad bootlegs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've had a few.
And
I've made quite a few.
I know. First time I handed Mike my cards, he's like, "All right, come on over here. Let me talk to you for a while." And he kept going. I'm like, "Dude, I feel like crying."
See, I'm glad
I-
though that you guys are kind of picking up the torch for bootlegs again for champions, because a lot of the bootlegs you find out there are just legends stuff, which
yeah.
are cool, but I like the originality of the Champions of the Galaxy characters. I have more
I
fun
do
with
too.
those.
Yeah.
I do too.
I actually only play champions. I don't play legends. So
I collect legends, but I don't play it.
yeah.
So,
yeah, I play them both, but Legends I have a tough time getting into. I like being able to think of my own storylines for
Yep.
all these guys,
Mhm.
and I like the creativity that goes into what everyone is like. This guy here. What is he? What's he going to be? What
Yeah.
when I bring him in?
Well, it's not just that. It just feels like it's more open.
oh
Maybe it's
yeah,
just because I like actual wrestling too much to try to differentiate from the legend storyline and create some weird group like Brock and DX together or something. But that's why I prefer champions. It's just open and you can do with it what you want. Even if like Tom puts out a new set, if your Fed's already going in a different way, you can change all your stuff to make it how you want.
right. And sometimes the dice never do what you want them to do, so that
Yeah.
Oh
happens
no,
more
never
often.
do what they want to do.
No, no.
No.
Yeah. On my
No.
stream last night, I had set up a main event. I was supposed to kind of set up my booking for the next, few weeks on my stream. Ended in 2 moves and a disqualification.
Nice.
Well, there's that.
Yeah. But that's the cool thing. Then you got to figure out how you write around it.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is fun. I mean, you could do that in a Legends Fed too, but as much as I try and come up with original stuff, I still have those memories of the guys embedded in my head, and that I'm gonna
Mhm.
always lean that direction. So
Yeah.
it's just tough to
Exactly.
break away.
Yeah.
Yeah, like with this, I embargo. I have no idea how I'm going to use her, but eventually I'll figure something out when I introduce her.
Yeah.
Because I just like the character. It's a cool name. And that also helps me too. Because I've seen names that I just don't like,
Mhm.
and they can be a great
Yep.
character, and I'm like, I don't want to use them.
I've had a hard
Well,
time with names sometimes. Like Honey,
yeah.
for 6 months I pulled my hair out. I couldn't come up with a name. And finally I asked Todd, like, you have any idea how about Honey Badger? I'm like, so I changed it to Honey the Incredible Badger. So
That's a good thing too, if you can brainstorm with people, because I couldn't figure out Halcyon at all. Like that was the last guy I created, and it was taking me weeks. And then I
Hmm.
was just talking with a friend, Jared, and I was like, hey, here's the artwork for this, and this is the move I want to do. And then boom, it just all kind of came together. So sometimes I think it's good to shoot some ideas off of someone. That's why it's good with TK, because I can shoot him like, hey, what do you think of this? And he'll tell me whether it's good or crappy.
Yeah,
I
some of
put it
these.
nicer than that.
With that guy, I never would have thought. If I would have laid all these out, I never would have picked him as the Halcyon.
Yeah, no. And that's why I thought it was cool. Like once I started coming up with the background, because there was a guy in WGX that was mute, that he had his vocal cords cut or something. And for some reason I thought that he was deaf. And I had to actually go back and read through all that WGX stuff to realize, okay, he's not deaf, he's mute. And so that's when that guy, his idea came up, like he just had a genetic thing where he couldn't talk, but he could hear. And so that's where I don't know, it just all kind of, like TK was saying, I think once you kind of start, it just all kind of flows out of you, and,
Hmm.
boom, there you go. Cause I feel like he was at the end, I think he had the best, most complete storyline out of the other two. But
It's and even the artwork, I think it's neat. It's a different and to try to find a different style of artwork. Like all three of your people have different styles. Like this is and then you said it's the same artist. I would not have guessed
exactly. No, I wouldn't have either. But that's what I think that's what takes him so long.
Yeah,
because he's trying to make everything look different.
And this
as
guy,
much as I love Warner's art, like it's all the same.
This looks like it came right out of the IDW Power Rangers comic book. Or I'm sorry, the Boom Power Rangers comic book. That's I like it so much. It's just so cool.
Well, then just the attention to detail he did with the symbol in the spotlight and just like the swords themselves. If you can get a good close up of that, I can send you a PDF of it. But like, there's just
I can get into focus.
So much detail in the swords.
Yeah, check that out.
Just he did an amazing job.
Yeah, that's a beautiful piece of art.
But I suppose when you got to wait a year.
Yeah. Now my camera's all messed up. I'm blurry. All right, I'm gonna be back. I'll be back. Don't worry. Don't worry about me. But yeah, the lighting effect is so cool too.
Yeah.
I really like that. It's clever.
And then when you guys design your backs, like you have both of these are orange. Is that how you do it for? See, I thought they were when I first got them. I hadn't read the stories. I thought these were a tag like in the same group. Rocket and Claymore, like Embargo and Claymore. I thought they were both in the same military group, and they got the same orange.
No rhyme or reason. So.
I just try to make mine match the back of the card or the front of the card.
Yeah, that's what I typically do too. The color scheme.
Yeah.
Sometimes I would get a little overboard with stuff. Like this
I
guy.
just thought that's how you separated your sets. So next year, if you do one, you'd make it red. Or something.
See, that's the thing. I would love to put out some sets because I've got ideas, but again, just art's so expensive.
It is expensive. I decided recently.
I can't draw.
No more sets. It's just going to be cards here and there because it's expensive to produce a set.
Yeah.
Well, my last two are coming out this holiday season.
Nice.
So
and that's your last two ever, TK?
Yep.
Gonna retire.
Yep, they're hinted at on the last page.
I guess I'm gonna have to do it then.
Yep, you need to. It's not required.
Now, of course, I say that, and something will happen. I'm like, "Oh, I got this
You'll get a cool idea." Yep.
Yeah.
I always say that I'm going to stop, but what happened with my NDW is there's too many people involved now. So there's so many people like, I want to update this guy. I'm like, okay. So it gets out of hand, but I enjoy it.
And we had a thing like when we did the Power Creeper that just come up.
That was great.
And I've got ideas for a couple, and Paul Barnes constantly sends me art, but it's all black and white, and I'm like, I'm good with releasing just a black and white.
I personally love black and white.
Yeah,
I like it better than color. So
it
just seems like no one's interested in it.
It depends. Are we talking Bendis black and white? Or are we talking about black and white?
I don't think Bendis was that bad.
He wasn't that bad.
I don't think he was that bad.
Gustovich was the worst.
I get it. It's either you like him or you really don't like him. But
I don't. I mean, he had some great like portraits or whatever, but there's some that you just look at and like, are you kidding me?
Well, that's like Rob Liefeld, though. Oh
yeah.
Every artist that's popular has issues.
Yeah, I think I own 3 pieces of Bendis original art.
Yeah.
And when they were going up for auction, I won them at like $8 a piece.
Probably significantly less than Tom paid for it, I'm sure.
No one wanted them.
Yeah.
Now they do.
Oh yeah.
They definitely do now.
I thought he was good, so but we'll have
I think he had some really good stuff. I like his wolf from the classic set was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably the best wolf. I thought Metalhead was cool.
I liked his Lord Nexus. I liked his Pollux.
Not as hopefully not as classic Sword Nexus, the one that makes him look like buckwheat. I mean, come on.
Yeah, that wasn't a good one. I agree with
That
that.
was
That
awful.
wasn't a good one.
No.
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
one.
I thought, like Cycle Hog and Powerhouse were pretty cool, and
Mhm.
you know,
There's some good
I
ones.
really like Cycle Hog. I don't know why. I thought that art was cool.
I'm always a fan of the big fat guy, so
Yeah.
gives me hope for myself.
No comment.
Let me see if I can find some of his artwork Paul has shipped me.
But yeah, I honestly make the cards for myself, and then if other people get into them, it's just an added bonus.
Yeah.
Is what I
Yeah.
always say.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
I mean, I think I'm gonna start, just making bootlegs, but then the thing is they won't have art with them. So I
Yeah,
don't want to put them out anywhere because it's like it's not gonna be as stimulating, visually without the artwork.
That's old school right there.
So
Get a
Paul sent
whole
me
Oh
this
yeah.
guy.
whole
that's
envelope of nice.
And who is this that's giving this to you, Mike?
Paul Barnes.
I don't remember Paul.
He did the Power Creeper, and then he did a lizard man. I'm trying to get that.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so he's unfinished on some of them, where he's just like,
Yeah.
His art is very like old school GWF too. Like you
Yeah.
can drop
Yeah.
it right in, and it looks like it belongs
Yeah.
for sure.
Because Power Creeper did.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah, he does good work, and he's available. I think he's taking commissions.
Yep, he takes commissions.
Huh. I'll sync up with you, Mike. That might be a decent idea.
Yeah, he's I know Warner's super busy, but Paul, he does black and white and color. And I know his prices are a lot more reasonable because he doesn't do as much work. Like Warner's under a lot.
Oh yeah.
Warner's prices are very reasonable too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Considering
it's
what
like
what he,
50.
yeah, and what you get
Yeah.
with that, like, because I've looked at other artists, like most artists don't give you reproduction rights on a drawing you purchase from them.
No. Not only that, like his are basically set up for a card because he
Exactly, the
knows
right
what's going
dimensions.
on. So it's like you can
Absolutely.
basically just because I've got a thing in Photoshop and that's how I make them, and you can just throw it right in.
Mm-hmm. For
Like
sure.
when I get Randy to do art, that's a little more on the expensive side. And the last one he did, he donated to Chaos
Oh,
Nice.
that's nice.
because he knew it was going to the Hall of Fame. But Randy's artwork is unlike anything the game has because it's super realism.
Stipple.
Uh-huh.
Because he's done some other experimenting with some kind of scratch art, as he calls it. Like he just posted a car.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
It's pretty cool. I would not have the patience to do something like that.
No.
I just don't have the talent.
Yeah, that too. That too. Awesome. Well, I think we could probably wrap up.
All right.
So both of you are out of cards.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. I was gonna say plug them, but you all missed out.
Yeah. Everybody missed out. I might do a PDF. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I have mixed feelings about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not me. I don't want them everywhere.
Exactly. I'll tell the story another time. I've gotten
Oh, it's
my own
just 'cause-
cards back
Yeah.
with my artwork that I commissioned, whatever, different names, different stats. I'm like, nope, not doing this anymore.
Yeah.
So just quickly tell that.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks guys for coming on. Always good to talk to
Yeah.
you guys. Billy, thanks for joining us for the first time.
Thank you.
we'll have you back for sure, especially if you keep
All right.
making the boots.
Awesome.
And we need now, you're a classic guy too, so we can bring you in for some of our character
Oh, cool.
dispositions.
Yeah, I'd
So,
love to do that.
sweet. You're part of the group now.
All right, man.
You're stuck.
You're stuck with it.
Yeah.
I'm stuck with TK anyway, so it's all good.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, we're an upgrade from that, right?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Nice.
Just kidding. TK is a great guy.
I know.
He's the best. He's one of the best. So thanks, guys, again. If you're just joining us for the first time and you have not clicked that subscribe button yet, please click it below. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. And if you didn't like it, just don't hit that thumbs down. We'll cry. We're very fragile. But yeah, scroll on down to the description below. You'll see some of our friends who create Filsinger Games related content, including the official Filsinger Games podcast Roll Up, the Legends team's Uncharted Territory, Dizzy Dice from Lee Longpree. On YouTube, you'll find Solo Promoter from Grant, Dave Little's Heartland Championship Wrestling, and After Further Review. I'm on Twitch if you want to check that out. I stream a Bootleg Fed at 9 o'clock Eastern on Sundays. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks, everybody. Thanks again, guys. Always a pleasure. And we'll see you next time.
Good night, everyone.
All right.
TK.